All right, I guess we're going live here. And this is just me feeding my reds. All right, on this cold winter day, hopefully, live here. I've already fed 1, 2, 3 barrels. This is one of my bigger worm bins. And today I'm feeding them as my carbon is sawdust and as my food is all of our house compost. So I have 3 more bigger bins. These are my bigger ones that we're feeding. Now I got 3 of them that I'm going to go live with. Hopefully I'm live now. I'm not going to be answering too many questions. If you have a question, I'll answer them afterwards. All right. Let's see. Get this focused in there. And we're going to go live. So this is my bigger one. It's been just a month, about a month since I last fed them. So I do is I dig a hole like this. What's this one down below here? Doesn't look like they touched that down there. Did I already feed this one again, Mark? You did it again, didn't you? Yeah, I think I fed this one. Oh, yeah. Let's see here. I don't think I buried him that deep. But I guess I did. This one was fed already. Okay. Now we only have 2 to feed. I've been going through the material so fast that I forget which ones I'm feeding. And I'm going live because I don't feel like editing. I'm going through all that. So that's that. Let's cover this one back up. I'm liking these barrels a lot. I know I say that every time I go, I'm feeding these guys. I like this setup. I've got a couple of them that I'm going to have to self-harvest because they're all almost to the very top. All right, so let's get this one out of the way. Move that one over here. This material gets very heavy after a while, but these barrels move nice and easy, that heavy weight. All right, so let me get this one. Hopefully, I didn't. There we go. Just like that. It's still alive. Yeah. All right. This is one I just started. This is a newer one. Let's see here how you guys are doing. Over. Let's see here. This one's at the bottom. Definitely needs some food in here. So, let me see. Where's my food? Gotta move things around. So unprepared for sure. As usual. Let me move you aside like this. Come over like this tight spot. This is what I'll be feeding today. This is sawdust and sawdust and all kinds of our house compost. Everything. Again, there are no no's. I've been using paper bags now. In our Facebook group, we talked about Mark brought up he used a lot of newspaper for his worm farm, and he lost a lot of worms because of the newspaper. So I'm definitely weaning off printed paper for the most part, but I'm using brown paper bags. I get these at the grocery stores. People drop off the cans, and I get them from there. Anytime I see a paper bag, I get it. Anytime I see a paper bag, I get excited. So let's see. This was in my 55-gallon drum. I never got the heat I wanted out of this compost outside. Again, I didn't get that heat that I so wanted, but it got very cold. So this is that cold, almost frozen. That's a lot of food I'm feeding these guys, right? At one time. They go through it. I find even a month is A month is almost too long. 3 weeks, I'm thinking. I was hoping to do it at the beginning of every month. But these days, I think every 3 weeks I'm going to set my calendar. I wonder if you can hear me. I got an earbud in here. Hopefully you can hear me. Half a bag is good. Let's see. Like this. And this is mostly just moist. All the liquid has been saved and goes to a CBCB, carbon-based composting bin. That's a lot of food. I say that all the time, but that right there, boom. There. There. So, Christmas is over, getting ready for the new year. Looking forward to it. I'm almost getting it down. This is pretty much, it hasn't, maybe a month old or 2 months max of compost. Again, I didn't get it hot. It's mostly cold. Sawdust in all of our house compost. Everything. I keep saying that, but showing that there are no no-nos. And I think it's important. And my cover material is pure castings. I just bury it like that. This is, I can fit one more in here. The can, my aeration can, is right there. I don't know if you can see that. Let's see. Right here is my aeration drain hole. These are a little big to work with, but you can put a lot of material in here. All right, let's see. Yeah, people don't know the value of these bags. I get excited when I see them. So the way this is working, I'm turning my house compost into castings literally within, I think, just over 8 weeks, 2 months. It seems to be. I'm starting to get this down, I guess. Put it on that side. All right, let me dig down here. Just dig a hole. All that micro shredded cardboard when I first set this bin up at the bottom seems to be all gone. That was the bedding I put just to start it off. And of course I add some oyster shell and eggshell mixture. Well, the grit seems to be looking nice. All right. This bag helps it, I think. I probably could just throw the compost in there, but this helps the worms go in at their leisure. I say that all the time. There's one with a little rope on it. Nice little bag. People only look at how these bags come to us. It's got a little wax on it too. I don't want to use that one. I got more over here. How these bags are made and how they come to us. It's amazing. We take it for granted and just throw it away. It goes to the landfill. But it's an awesome urban farming carbon tool. All right. All right. Okay. Chicken bones. I can't even recognize most of the stuff I put in there. Shrimp tails. You name it. It's in here. Take this away here. All right, I think that's all I can fit in here. Cover it up nice, and we'll see these guys in 3 more weeks. All right, so that's that. All you guys are on the wall. Come on down there. And with this helps retain the moisture in there, right? And it also keeps the sides dry, so the worms have a hard time climbing up these walls. At least I haven't had too many do that. Here's a little guy here. And then I kind of put this over it so it stays dark down there so they don't feel. Sometimes I have the basement light on down here, and they, it kind of stresses them out, so I just put cardboard on some of mine. So like that with the screen. Boom, boom, boom. These rubber bands from tire tubes, I love them. Invincible. Shouldn't cost you much to make soil. These days, I'm going to start posting. I'm in a new location right now, and I don't have much sun to grow food. I have to go to other lots to grow food. So, for the most part, I'm a soil maker. I got one more here. Let's move you over here. Look at this. Just like this. You come over here like that. I feel like I'm playing one of those games that you have to keep moving the checkers around. Maybe I'll get it right. So I don't know if you could see here, but this is, let me see if I can spin it around. So you can see it better. This one's a 55-gallon drum, Eve barrel. And right down below here is where the liquid comes out. Not much comes out these days because I'm running them very, very dry. All right, this is the last one. This one's a heavy one. So I got some good casters on this one. Helps move it around better. Look at the black soldier flies, guys. Here's one right here. This little guy. See him? Go ahead, do what you do. These guys died off because they probably hatched right when I fed them the last time and didn't have a place to go. So they died. All right, now, get the pitchfork. Let's see. I said in one of them, there's just the right moisture in here. Looks kind of dry, doesn't it? I know some people on my TikTok have observed that. This is all castings. I keep layering. When I get to the very top, I'm going to put in maybe something like this, a little bigger, I guess. Put something really good like pumpkin or some kind of a squash or something. Put it in there. All the worms will go in it. I'll take this out, put it aside. I'll use the light method to get my castings or collect my castings. And then all the ones I collected, I'll start it all over again, up and down. So it's kind of like not a continuous flow. It's kind of like migration method, but going vertical. You know what I mean? Instead of going horizontal with it, like some people, worm farmers, they cut these in half, which is a good idea too. And then they feed it and the worms go, which is another great idea, no doubt. But I like this idea because I think I like it vertical because I think there's a lot of possibility, especially with the smaller barrels like I have here that you can stack on top of each other. So I think you can get more farms in less space is the thought, is the hope, is the dream of doing it. That's 2 bags. Best, and of course you put this through the micro shredder, and once again, it makes awesome organic cat litter. And it's great, again, for your planters. If you grow vertically in containers like I do, it's great for container growing. Love it. All right. Where is my food? Here it is. This one, I may have to even get another one. Another 6-gallon bucket of food. Every 3 weeks, folks. I don't know if you can even see what's in here. A lot of napkins. We put our napkins in there too. We wash our hands with paper towels. We throw that in our thing. Got some chicken bones here. Everything. No, 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 no. No, no, no. Oh, these guys were desperate for some food. Again, if you follow this, you see how often I do it. And again, we're almost into the new year. But I could have fed this last week, I think. So 3 weeks. Mark, come on. Stop starving. So I'm literally processing my house compost and turn it into castings so much faster with this method. It's exciting. Look at that. That's what it ends up looking like. Now, I don't see many cocoons in this like I do my outside barrel, but the worms seem to be doing good. I seem to be a lot of them, but I'm not seeing, this is some, look at that. No need to sift this when it's all done. That's like good, some good worm castings right there. All right. So, and the interesting thing about this, of what I'm feeding these guys now, as I mentioned earlier, I think, is that it hadn't really, I think I got it up to 120 for 3 days at a time, but I never got it up to my 160 that I like to get in. I've done it, I've gotten it to 160 in these barrels, which always blows my mind because of, like I said many times, I always thought you had to have more girth in a pile, like a pellet compost pile or a bigger one. Look at that. Come from sawdust and house compost. Okay, Mark, you're repeating yourself. So my cover again is what? Just worm castings. I'm not using anything but that. And so any smells that this has, the bag greatly reduces it. And then when you cover it with that very packed castings, the smell is literally gone. That's why I'm able to compost right here in my basement. Everything, folks, if you know what I mean. I've got bins here that have my own outputs down here. You can't smell anything. Very little vermin. I don't recommend doing it downstairs. Outside in a shed or garage would be far better. I don't have that right now ability, so for now I'm just doing it down here. But because you do get fruit flies, you get these gutter flies and the like, which isn't fun once you get them. And those black soldier flies, right? That's what their food is today. This will be gone within 4 weeks, easy. 3 weeks, right? Look at that pitchfork went right through a bone. Hope I didn't kill one in there because they love going in there, as we've proven. As you worm farmers know, they love to go into those spaces. Can't wait till this is full and I claim these castings here. Could be making some composting tea with it. I'll be selling 66-gallon buckets on Facebook. And I like this design so much. I'll do a video where I edit it, where these green bins that, those who follow me have these green bins that are awesome. They're just the right size, I think, for vermiculture or for growing food in. And I'm going to start selling worm farms that are ready to go. They have thousands of worms in it, and they're just like this. And it's a all set, a turnkey type thing. Give the newbie that I sell it to some advice. Show them a couple videos of these videos as how you feed them. Can't go wrong like this. I think there's very little rules to it, right? Which I like. I wish this information came to me starting out. I've gone through so many different variations. People who follow my Verminting Facebook know, and I appreciate you guys so much. Open sourced it a long time ago with some brilliant freaking worm farmers. I'm going to have to go get another 6-gallon bucket. So I'm going through my house compost, turn it into worm castings so fast. I know, Mark, you said that. Jeez, and Carl, stop repeating yourself. Just the right moisture in here. And I'll show you another video how how I used to put it in a paint strainer to get the liquid out. I've canceled that step, and now I'm just pouring my compost right into these bins, letting it come out the drain pipe, and then saving that liquid outside, so I don't have to go through that step anymore of going through the paint strainer. So that's good. All right, I got to get some more rolls. I got to go out back. I gotta go out back and get some more compost. So I'll spare you. I'm gonna close this out. I'm gonna look and see if anybody is asking questions. And then I'm gonna bury some more and cover it. But before I do that, just want to give you a sense of these castings. Let's see if I see anything else in there. Any other kind of vermin. I'm not seeing any. Very little mites. Of course, they're hard to see anyway. No doubt there's mites in here. I'm not seeing any springtails, though. Very little springtails because, again, it's run kind of dry. And, of course, I'm not seeing too many cocoons. I should put my glasses on, but let me see if I can at least see one. Come on. I see like some beetle here, like a little skinny beetle-ish thing. Small one. But I'm not seeing any cocoons like I'd like. The more cocoons, the better, right, folks? And you know your farming's going. So I'm going to bury a couple more in here, unless they're down deep. Look at how this is all castings down there, of course. See, I'm not seeing too many cocoons. Cocoons. And these guys are looking very little. They're not the fattest reds I've ever seen, like the ones I have outside, but they're doing fine. All right. Let me see here. If anybody is posting a question. Oh, let's see here. Jennifer, hey, is here. What that worms? Let's see here. Jennifer's in the room. All right, I'm just going to close. Again, it was just a feeding. I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of these various bins. This 55-gallon drum I love because they come a dime a dozen. Get those all over look on Facebook. Because sometimes you get them for free. And these garbage barrels I love with the wheels on them that you can strap the wheels in there. I love that because this heavy weight, it handles the heavy weight so well. So that's it. That's it for this one. How far along did we go here? Well, 23 minutes. All right, that's fine. 24 minutes. All right. I'll see you guys next year, right? I probably won't do another video till then, or I might do an edited one. I'm dying to do a humor video on my Facebook feed, and I'll put a link in the information section when I get a chance. I'll put a link on a couple of great Facebooks. The worm composting collaboration group is an amazing one. I'll put that one first, and then there's just composting, which is another great group where a lot of people post a lot of information. A lot of stuff is repetition. New people saying, "Can I compost this? Can I compost that?" And I always think to myself, "You compost everything, anything and everything. It's all about presentation, right? How you present it to your composting bins and worm farms." 2025. I think it's going to be an exciting year. We'll see. We got a new president coming in. No thanks to me. I didn't help either way it went. If either party won, I did nothing to help out. I don't want to get political here, but I did nothing to help out. But it is what it is. The people chose, and hopefully they made the right choice. I'm happy with some of the people the new president's going to put in, and we'll see if they can even stand being around him. But hopefully they can. Hopefully we can get some real work done as we usher in our agrarian society. No doubt that's where the jobs are going to be. That's where people are going to find rewarding work, people making soil, growing food, feeding each other, composting it, making soil, and just repeating permaculture, inner city permaculture at its best. No doubt this is going to happen. And when we, the people, understand that taking care of the planet is taking care of ourselves, that's going to be a beautiful, beautiful thing. And as far as I'm concerned, my YouTubes, my TikToks, and my Facebook, my social media rooms, I see a lot more urban type farmers getting excited and sharing their information, of course, freely, so other people can learn from them their mistakes that they've made, and they share it. They do it with an awesome desire, and that's what it's got to be all about. They don't care about being paid; they just want to help people. I love that. So I'd like to talk about universal income. Yeah, I know I've talked about it in other videos of and how it's not a handout. We could set up plans where universal income is something we get paid for. We pay for it by less heavy trucks having to come to our individual living spaces, right? And my system is designed for inner cities where I'm trying to figure out how we who love to live in the suburbs and cities can do the same thing as people who live out in the country. Blah, 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 blah. So let me go get some more compost, finish this one up, and I won't have to look at these one bins for another 4 weeks. All right. This is Mark from Eat Growing, closing out. I'm wishing you guys a happy, guys and girls. Every time I say guys, make sure you know I'm saying girls as well. Of course, the women folks. Eve is all about that sacred feminine, Mother Earth, and all that good stuff. All right, this is Mark. Keep growing. Over and out.